There are so many new MMORPGs on mobile, but some of them were remade by the developer, which is they learned something from his last failure. On this video, you will see some familiar MMORPGs, or maybe you have tried this game before. But of course, our team also provides the new MMORPGs that is pretty refreshing and worth trying. Please help this video get 100 likes, thanks! Top 11 Best New MMORPG Android Game and iOS. Top New MMORPG for Mobile. City of Fantasy. City of Fantasy. This is new MMORPG and playable on mid-range phones. The game has 3 character selections, which are Warrior, Mage, and Archer. Each of character can be promoted into 2 upgradable classes, and those classes will boost your powers specifically. The game has a smaller open world game area to explore and try to quickly explore by riding a mount pad. Honestly, I really love the art style. It's very eye-catching of anime style MMORPG. When you accept the main quest, it's full of voiceover by the NPC. The gameplay of City of Fantasy MMORPG is we can learn a new skill and upgrade each skill as we are focusing on. It's pretty easy to level up your characters because most of the monsters will gather in one spot. Then we can kill many monsters with our area of effect skill. The game only needs less than 1 GB to download the data at all. Best small size MMORPG for low-end phone and mid-range phone actually. Blade and Soul 2. Blade and Soul 2. Suddenly, this new MMORPG released his game in English version. After done so many CBT testing, I feel a huge progress by this version. Especially our phone can handle it perfectly rather than the beta version. But I noticed they have decreased the graphic quality, which that's a great idea. Because of this is a new MMORPG on mobile that make many active players come up to play it. Especially when you reach the city, there are more than 100 players will meet you there. Just to let you know, it's only available in a certain region, which is Korea. The gameplay of Blade and Soul 2 is we can transform into a stronger creature that will boost the power, speed, strength, and durability significantly. I really love the action combo when we do an air combo. It's pretty smooth action. It's impossible to explore the wide world, that's why we can run and slide to faster reaching on the area. The combat mechanism is feel free to do a parry and block the enemy's attack accurately. Battle of Polestar. Battle of Polestar. This is a new MMORPG game. It has 4 character selection, which are Mistblade, Warhammer, Magnetic Blade, and Lightning Shooter. Unfortunately, we cannot customize the character and we cannot change male or female gender. In fact, it's a fixed character creation. The gameplay of Battle of Polestar is we will play MMORPG in open world game. We can jump so high or even flying if you keep touching the jumping button multiple times, and we can explore the world much faster. There is a robot will help us to destroy the enemy with his basic attack. When you are in combat, you don't need any stamina to unleash the skill, just need a cooldown time. This game is fully autoplay and has a VIP icon on the top corner. I think this is the reason why this game is getting quiet. No matter how good the graphic is, the player really hates these features which are autoplay and VIP system. Dear developer, please note it, because if you can make the game without that feature, I'm pretty sure your game will become so popular then. Icarus M Guild War. Icarus M Guild War. This game is a remake and honestly they have successfully made it to the next level MMORPG because they made a very good game titles which is Guild War. Of course, as a MMORPG lover, we all want to compete with the other players through Guild War, which is PvP MMORPG or player versus player. The gameplay of Icarus M Guild War is an MMORPG that allows us to explore the world by riding a mount that can be earned by taming them. With a very good mount and pet design just like a dragon, the combat battle is super fast. We also can get a burst condition, which is we will cause the enemies into stun condition and we will grant the power significantly. There are 2 forces we can select between, Apps and Sirius, so both of the forces will do a war in battlefields. Best new MMORPG game with most played MMORPG on Android and iOS. Heartwood. Heartwood Online. Never underestimate a pixel art MMORPG because this MMORPG pixel art has more active player than a high graphic MMORPG on mobile. Because this MMORPG has so many reasons why this pixel art MMORPG become the most played MMORPG on Android, iOS and PC. Heartwood Online is the new best game that allows you to play cross-platform. This MMORPG is no autoplay, no auto-combat and no auto-skill game. Basically, we all need to do everything by ourselves or manually. The game has a crafting system to create a new weapon and armor by collecting some material like wood or stone. Those resources is pretty easy to obtain around us and they will spawn faster so we can collect them easily. That's why this is MMORPG no pay to win. You also can trade some items by in-game gold between players to players. That's why the number of active players is getting a lot and it keeps the loyal player playing. In fact, we only have limited server to maintain the massive players. Best MMORPG on Android, iOS and PC. Aura Kingdom 2 Evolution. Aura Kingdom 2 Evolution. This game was pretty familiar for an MMORPG lover because it has released on Polestar before but then shutting down. Right now this MMORPG is finally reborn and has become Aura Kingdom 2 Evolution. I noticed that if the developer learned from a mistake. Right now this MMORPG only has a few servers. This is what the player is looking for. And it makes the city and the battlefield look so pretty alive. In fact, each player will have one ally on his team and that also make this MMORPG look so much fun. The gameplay of Aura Kingdom 2 Evolution is we can do an autoplay to accepting many main quests or sub-quests. The character cannot dodge the enemy attack by any dash button, but the enemy action is pretty easy to anticipate, so it's not a problem actually. Try to unleash your support ally to deal more damage. Remember to train and upgrade them as well. Best MMORPG on Android, iOS. Rufian Origin. Rufian Origin MMORPG Ragnarok. This game is one of the best classic MMORPG that has a top-down view perspective. If you are a fan of MU Origin, then this game will be good for your mid-range to low-end phone, because this game is the light version of MU Origin. This game has a darker UI while we are in the city or even when we are hunting the monster. The game has flashy armor with huge wings. Armor and weapons are pretty flashy and sparkly. You can ride the mount to speed up your movement. Most of the main quests are just kill the common monster. They are all very easy to slay at all. Best classical MMORPG on Android, iOS. Dragoness 2 Evolution. Dragoness 2 Evolution. This new MMORPG impressed me. Even on the Play Store it has a low score, but for me the game is very satisfying to play. Especially the graphic is super smooth. The game has been optimized after the first release on global. The server is too laggy before, but now everything done perfectly and smoothly. It has the same battle mechanism as the PC version. As you all know, this game is ported MMORPG from PC to mobile. The one thing I love about this version is it has an open world game, not only dungeon based, because the game has so many fans that makes many game developer develop a Dragoness version on mobile platforms. But this version is the absolutely the best of the best. The wing system really catch me so much and it has a cool design actually. The best new MMORPG Android game, best graphic. Dragon and Home Mobile. Dragon and Home Mobile is a new brand MMORPG on mobile that has a combination between Roblox graphic and sandbox gameplay. The game has so much features that are playable to get an immersive experience on MMORPG. This MMORPG allows the player to go fishing, gardening, taming some pets, and swimming to see the beautiful world under the seas. It's pretty stunning. So, these all features will kill your time a lot because you can do so many things out of the main quest mission. Try to build your own building by the material you obtain around the village. Remember to hunt the monster together with your friends with different classes and combat style, which are warrior, one-handed sword, magician, long-range staff, and archers with focus on the attack speed and agility. One of the most anticipated MMORPG on Android, iOS. MU Origin Asia. MU Origin. This MMORPG is the newest version of MU Origin and it has a PC quality graphic. Some of the player complaining of the size and how heavy this game on his phone. But actually, when you play this game on the highest setting, then you will realize how realistic and how detailed the panorama is. Even on a far view distance, we can clearly see the object. Such an insane game experience. MU Origin Mobile finally updates their new classes, which is Paladin, but most of the classes cannot change the gender of each job. The combat battle is action hack and slash game. We can learn the new skill if we reach a certain level. I noticed the monster was adjacent between the other monster. That makes us easily deal with the monster at the same time with our area of effect skill. You can move your characters while attacking. The only problem is the total server is way too much. The developer should merge the server to keep the game alive even if the game has been downloaded by 1 million players and got 4.6 star score on Play Store. Tarisland. Tarisland, such a perfect example of how to make the best MMORPG on mobile that can exist for a long time. I'm pretty sure of this game will become the most popular MMORPG on Android, iOS and PC. When it launched on global, it has a strong reason why. It's because this Tarisland MMORPG is not an autoplay game. No auto combat, no auto attack, and no auto skill, and not pay to win. This MMORPG doesn't have any VIP at all. This game has a similarity with one of the most popular MMORPG, which is World of Warcraft. Just look at how the character design is. In combat, we can do pretty smooth movement, like attacking while moving is possible to do. So far, this is the only MMORPG on mobile that allows the player to increase the graphic setting to 4K. Seriously, the best game MMORPG, no pay to win on Android iOS.